Namaste children, how are you all? I hope you are fine and welcome to today's maths class. Till last class we studied about lines and angles, different types of lines and different types of angles, the relationship between those angles and the lines and the transversal, angles made by the transversal with a pair of lines and angles made by a transversal with a pair of parallel lines and their relations. We have studied in the previous classes, and today I am going to introduce one more new chapter, that is comparing quantities. Comparing quantities. Now what we are going to study in this chapter: introduction of the chapter, ratio, equivalent ratios, how to check what is ratio, how to find ratio between two items or two things, and equivalent ratios, how to check whether the given ratios are equivalent ratios or not. Percentage, what is percentage, how to find the percentage, and converting fractions and decimals to percentages and its vice versa. It means converting percentages to fractions or decimals. Then uses of percentages. So it is a big topic, uses of percentages. Then ratios to percents, we can convert ratio into percents, and increase or decrease as percents. Increase in the salary, decrease in the salary, increase in the price, decrease in the price, we can convert them as to the percentages. And prices related to an item, prices related to an item, that is selling price, cost price, and again from those two we can find the profit and its profit percentage, loss and loss percentage. Then the last concept, it is the simple interest. Simple interest. Again we will study this chapter in the 8th standard also. Now what is the introduction of this chapter? So the term the comparing quantities, we are the word itself just comparing means what it is. Comparing means checking whether that is the relation between them. That is quantities means items. So for example, there are two girls are there. We can compare their heights, who is taller or who is shorter. There are two boys are there. There are two students are there who scored 80 marks out of 100. One student, the other student has scored 80 marks. We can say 80 marks out of 200. 80 marks out of 200. Then whose performance is good? Who performed well? How can we compare this? So by finding either by finding the ratio or by finding the percentages, we can compare the quantities. Not only this, if you want to compare the speeds, the speed of a man and the speed of a cheetah. A man we can can run 20 km per hour on an average, whereas cheetah can run with 120 km per hour. 120 km per hour, that is 6 times more than the human being. Like this, in our daily life we are observing the different situations where we need to compare the quantities. That is the introduction of this, that comparing the quantities is done, it is through ratio or it is percentage. Ratio or percentage. The ratio we have studied already in class 6, ratio and proportion. So what is ratio? How to find ratio between two quantities? What should be there common to find the ratio for two quantities? We will discuss in detail. Is it clear, children? Now we will discuss ratio. What is ratio? Ratio is one way to compare the quantities. How do we compare? By division. By division. With the same comparison of two quantities with the same units is called ratio. Comparison of two quantities by division with the same quantities, with the same units. The comparison of two quantities by division with the same units is called ratio. So which algebraic operation we use to compare the ratios? It is by using the division, and their units should be same. Their units should be same. So now to compare two quantities, the units must be the same. To compare any two quantities, their units should be the similar or it should be the same. Next, what is the symbol for the ratio? Symbol for the ratio is the symbol for the ratio. For the ratio is this is the symbol for the ratio. If 2 is to, how to write this? The symbol is to, 2 is to 3 is written as 2 is to 3. Symbolically it is written as 2 is to 3. So 2 is to 3. 2 is to 3 is written as 2 is to 3. This is the symbol, and it is read as, how we will read this? As is to. Ratio symbol it is to. The two dots will represent is to. How do you find the ratio? By division. Now we will discuss here one example here to find the ratio. Find the ratio of 3 kilometers to 300 meters. Find the ratio of 3 kilometers to 300 meters. We have to find the ratio between 3 kilometers and 300 meters. You see here, the kilometers is the unit for the first quantity and meters is the unit for the second quantity. Here the units should be the same. So change the kilometers into meters. Now we know 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meters. So 3 kilometers is equals to what it is? 3000 meters. Now what it is? This will be, it is 3 kilometers means 3000 meters is to 300 meters. That is equals to 3000 divided by 300. 3000 divided by 300. So these two zeros will be cancelled when we divide with 100 both numerator and denominator. Now 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3, 3 zeros are 0. That is 10 by 1. 10 by 1. That is equals to 10 is to 1. 10 is to 1. Like this we will find the ratio of two quantities. First of all, we should observe the two quantities should have the same units. If the units are different, we have to convert the units of the quantities to should be the same. Then you divide the quantities, we will get the required ratio. We will discuss one more example. Now exercise number 8.1. The first question. Find the ratio of, in that A bit, rupees 5 to 50 paise. B bit, 15 kgs to 200 grams. Here the first quantity is expressed in rupees. The second quantity is expressed in paise. In the second bit, first quantity is expressed in kilograms. Second quantity is expressed in grams. Now we need to change to those into the same units. So for the first question here, it is 1 rupee is equals to 100 paise. 1 rupee is equals to 100 paise. Therefore, 5 rupees is equals to 5 into 100, that is 500 paise. Now you find the ratio to 500 paise. 500 paise is to 50 paise. 50 paise. That is equals to 500 divided by 50. So 10 5s are 50. 10 5s are 50, 10 zeros are 0. 5 1s are 5, 5 10s are 50. That is 10 by 1, which is equals to 10 is to 1. So what is the ratio of rupees 5 to 50 paise? It is 10 is to 1. Now the second question, B bit, it is 15 kgs to 210 grams. 15 kgs to 210 grams. So how to find this is again different units are there. 1 kg is equals to 1000 grams. 1 kg is equals to how many grams, children? It is 1000 grams. Now 15 kgs is equals to how many grams it is? 15,000 grams. Now the ratio it will be 15,000 grams is to 210 grams. That is equals to 15,000, not 1500. 15,000 divided by 210. Now 0, 0 are cancelled. Now with what it is? 3 sevens are 21, 3 fives are 15, 3 zeros are 0 and 3 zeros are 0. So what we got it is 500 by 7. Both they are co-prime numbers, means they are not divisible by any other number other than 1. That is 500 is to 7. 500 is to 7. This is the ratio between 15 kgs to 210 grams. Is it clear, children? Now we will discuss equivalent ratios. How to check the given two ratios are equivalent or not. Now we will discuss equivalent ratios. What are equivalent ratios? Like equivalent fractions, we have studied in the fractions chapter. Equivalent ratios are ratios representing the same ratio or same number are called equivalent ratios. So ratios representing the same ratio are called equivalent ratios. For example, you see here 4 by 8. 4 by 8, if we write in the simplest form, what we get it is 4 by 8, that is 4 by 8, or it is 4 is to 8. 4 is to 8 also can be written as in the short form. What we can write this is in the short form 1 is to 2. 4 is to 8 is equals to 1 is to 2 when we write in the short form, that is in the simplest form. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, we will get 1 is to 2. Next you take 6 is to 12. 6 is to 12. 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12. So 6 is to 12 is also representing the same ratio 1 is to 2. And you can take 10 is to 20. 10 ones are 10, 10 twos are 20. That is 1 is to 2. Now here 4 is to 8. 4 is to 8, comma 6 is to 12 and 10 is to 20 are equivalent ratios of the ratio 1 is to 2. The ratio 1 is to 2. So here the equivalent ratios we will get for a given ratio by multiplying both numerator and denominator, that is the first term and the second term of the ratio with same number. We will get the equivalent ratios, like what? Equivalent fractions. So that now what we are going to study on this chapter, it is how to check. We can also compare two ratios. We can also compare two ratios. How do we compare those two ratios? By converting those two ratios in the form of fractions. Then we will convert those fractions into the like fractions. Then we can check whether they are equivalent fractions or not. How can we check whether the given ratios are equivalent ratios? How can we check whether the given ratios are equivalent ratios? That it is by writing the given equivalent ratios in the form of fractions. Then by comparing those fractions, by converting the fractions into like fractions, we can check whether the given ratios are equivalent or not. So how do we check the ratios are equivalent or not? We can compare two ratios. We can compare two ratios, or we can check the two ratios whether they are equivalent or not, or we can check the two ratios. The two ratios are equivalent or not. How? By writing the ratios in the fractions. By writing the ratios in the fractions, and converting that fractions to like fractions, and converting fractions and converting to like fractions, then we can check whether the two ratios are equivalent or not. How can we check two ratios are equivalent or not? By writing the given ratios in the fractions form, then convert that fractions into the like fractions, then compare the like fractions. If both are representing the same number, then we can say that the two ratios are equivalent. Otherwise, they are not equivalent. Otherwise, they are not equivalent. So now we will see an example for whether the given ratios are equivalent or not. Now we will discuss an example. Example 2. Are the ratios 1:2 and 2:3 are equivalent? Means the two ratios 1:2 and 2:3 will represent the same ratio or not. We have to check it. How can we check it? Write the given ratios in the form of fractions. If they are not like fractions, compare them, that is convert them to the like fractions by taking the LCM of the denominators. Then observe whether they are representing the same ratio or not. If they are not representing the same ratio, therefore they are not equivalent ratios. If they represent the same number, then they are equivalent ratios. Now 1:2, write in the form of fraction, that is 1/2. The second ratio, it is 2:3. It can be written in the form of 2/3, where the denominators are 2 and 3. So they are unlike fractions. Now find the LCM of 2 and 3. LCM of 2 and 3 both are prime numbers. Therefore, their product itself will be the LCM. That is 2 into 3, it is 6. 2 into 3, it is 6. Now we are going to convert this first fraction 1/2 as the denominator 3. So 2 is multiplied with 3, both numerator and denominator with 3. 1 into 3, it is 3, divided by 2 into 3, it is 6. 3/6. The second ratio, it is 2/3. So to get the denominator 6, 3 is multiplied with 2, both numerator and denominator. Then we'll get 2 into 2, it is 4/6. Now observe these two fractions, 3/6 and 4/6. Now the denominators are same. Then here the numerators are 3 and 4, or 3 and 4 are equal. 3 and 4 are not equal. That means they are not equivalent fractions. It means they are not equivalent ratios. Here 3/6 and 4/6. 4/6, 4 is greater than 3. Therefore 4/6 is greater than 3/6. It means, hence what we can write, it is, hence 4/6 is representing what? 2/3. 2/3 is what it is? 2:3. Hence 2:3 is not equivalent. So is greater than 1:2. Therefore 1:2 and 2:3 are not equivalent. They are not equivalent. So means they are not representing the same ratio. They are not representing the same ratio. Hence they are not equivalent. If they represent the same ratio, then we can say that they are equivalent ratios. Is it clear, children? Now we will discuss next way of comparing the quantities, that is the percentages. What is percentage? How do we calculate the percentage? Now we will discuss the second way of comparing the quantities, that is percentage. Percentages are the numerators of fractions with the denominator 100. What are percentages? They are also numerator. They are the fractions. From the fractions, the numerators with the denominator 100 are called the percentages. The word percent is derived from a Latin word. The word percent is derived from a Latin word called percentum. Percentum meaning per hundred. Per hundred. The word percent is derived from a Latin word called percentum, which means per hundred. The symbol for percentage is, this is the symbol for percentage. Now what are percentages? You see here. So 75/100. So this is a fraction. This is a fraction. 75/100. It is a fraction. So these, what are percentages? Percentages are the numerator, that is 75, with denominator 100. So that is 75%. 75%. This also we can write in the form of decimal also 0.75. So 75%, which means 75% means what? 75 out of 100. 75 out of 100. 75 out of 100. If 82% means 82 out of 100 means 82 out of 100. Converting fractions to percents, converting percentages to fractions. So if you want to convert a fraction to percent, means we need to multiply with 100. We need to multiply with 100, and it's vice versa. It is opposite, reverse. Multiplication opposite, it will be division. So to convert percentages to fractions, we have to divide with 100. Here we have to multiply with 100, and here we have to divide with 100. Divide with 100, so that we can convert fractions to percents and percentages to fractions respectively. So here what we have to do here, it is multiply the fraction with 100 and keep percentage symbol, keep percentage symbol. See, for example, here it is convert 3/4 into percent. Convert 3/4 into percent or percentages. So how do we convert this? It is multiply the fraction 3/4 with 100 and keep the percentage sign. So go for cancellations here. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 10 minus 8 it is 2, and then 2, then bring 0, 20, 4 5s are 20. Now we'll get 3 into 25. 25 into 3 it is 75%. So 3/4 is equals to how much it is? 75%. We can do one more example. Here it is convert it is 2/5 into percent. Convert 2/5 into percent. That is 2/5 is multiplied with 100 and keep the percentage sign. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 zeros are 0. Now 2 into 20, 20 twos are 40. 40% is the value of 2/5 in the percentages. So to convert a fraction into percentage, what we have to do? We should multiply with 100 and we should keep the percentage symbol. Now the second, it is converting percentages to fractions. Converting percentages to fractions. So what we have to do? It's a reverse operation. The reverse operation for multiplication is what? Division. So divide the percentage with divide the percentage with 100 and write in the simplest form. Write in the simplest form. So we will discuss here an example. Convert 75% to fraction. Convert 75% to a fraction. So what to do here? It is 75% we have to divide with what? It is 100 and express this in the simplest form. It is 5 twos are 10, 5 zeros are 0, 5 ones are 5, 7 minus 5, 2, bring 5, 25, 5 fives are 25, 15/20, again they are divisible by 5, 5 threes are 50, 5 fours are 20. So we got 3/4. So 75% is equals to what? 3/4. We will discuss one more example. Here it is. Example, convert it is convert 80% to a fraction and express it in the simplest form. That is 80% means 80 by 100. So we should divide with 100. So 1 0 and 1 0 are cancelled. 2 4s are 8. 2 5s are 10. So we will get it is 4 by 5 in the simplest form. So what I can conclude from this, converting fractions to percents means multiply with 100 and keep the percentage symbol. Whereas converting percentages to fractions, divide the given percentage with 100 and express that fraction in the simplest form, that is by dividing both numerator and denominator with their common factors or with their HCF. So this is one conversion. Now converting decimals to percents. How to convert decimals to percents? So express the given decimal in the form of a fraction. Then as usual you multiply with the 100 and put the percentage symbol. So how do we change the decimals into percents? It is express decimal in the form of fraction. Express decimal in the form of a fraction. And apply the same what we did for the fraction. How to convert fraction and multiply with 100 and multiply with 100 and put the percentage symbol So how do we convert the decimals into percents? That is, express the given decimal in the form of a fraction and multiply with 100, then put the percentage symbol. So we will discuss an example. Here it is an example. So convert the following decimals to percents. A, it is 0.75 and B, it is 0.20. How to express this in the percentages? 0.75, express this in the form of what? A fraction. 0.75 is equals to what? 75 by 100. 75 by 100 we can write in the form of a fraction. Now what it is, we have expressed this decimal in the form of a fraction, then multiply with 100 and put the percentage symbol. So 100 ones are. So what we get, it is 75%. Next B bit, it is 0.2 means, how can we write in the form of a fraction? 20 by 100, which is equals to, so 20 by 100, and it is multiplied with 100 and keep the percentage sign. 100 and 100 are cancelled. We will get 20%. 0.20 it is 20%. 0.75 it is 75%. So how do we convert? Express the given decimal in the form of a fraction and then multiply with 100 and put the percentage symbol. Now we will discuss how can we convert percentages to decimals. Here it is the quite opposite to this person. So percentage is there, that you divide with what it is 100, we will get a fraction. That fraction we have to express in the form of a decimal. So for example here, so divide the percent with 100 and express it in the form of a decimal. So like this we will convert percentages in the form of decimals. Example, see here, convert the following percentages as decimals. It is. So example, it is 40% and B bit it is it is 80% if it is there. How to express them in the decimals? So first step, 40% is divided by 100. It is divided by 100 and expressed in the form of a decimal. So when we express this in the form of a decimal, so we are dividing with 100. So when we divide with 100, the decimal point will move from right side to left side 2 digits, as the denominator is having 2 zeros in the 100. So 40 means it is 40.00. Therefore this will be 0.40. 0.40. Next, B bit, it is 80%. 80% means 80 by 100. So when we divide 80 with 100, what we get? 0.80. 0.80. Like this, we will convert percentages by dividing with 100 and expressing in the decimals. Is it clear, children, how to convert these fractions and decimals to percentages? Percentages as fractions and decimals. I hope you understand this concept. I hope you understand today's concept, and with this knowledge, your homework is exercise number 8.1, question number 1, C and D. Exercise number 8.2, question number 1 and question number 2, that is converting fractions into percentages, converting decimals into percentages. Is it clear, children? Complete the given homework in the notebook, and thank you very much, and complete the given homework. Thank you once again.